teachers, the students that are realizing that a system built to divide, impoverish, and destroy us cannot stand if we do it. All right? It's kind of basic mathematics.
If you hear me, could you feel me, could you free me? Wonder if I made a difference or made a difference. But that we are the difference. We ain't got no code to decipher. Brother, I would never call you trife. You my brother, though they knife and fork our meals, then cop the silly feels. Yep, it's slimy, kinda grimy, miscalculated the timing. But you can't plagiarize something in disguise and think we have no eyes to see something real as we. This is seriously who we be. See, this here is true indeed, the real deal, thoroughbred, like collard greens and cornbread. Can't recite what's never said, purpose keeps us fed. Real man, this is grand A, hope fed. But still, you are my brother, above you there's no other. Blood or something other, more like what the blood covers. Man, no matter what they say, we good over this way. This is positivity in the making, helping others to break through. Without breaking, without breaking, without breaking, without breaking. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday.
It's Brother Empowerment Day.
You know we got a clear camera now.
Oh,
our camera's like super clear.
All the details.
Like, I really love it. Hey, I love you, camera, right there. So, guys, this is a special Brother Empowerment.
Yeah.
Special he said, she said edition. It sucks my wife can't be here because she's been sick since Tuesday. And she was going to try to push herself to make it, but it just ain't happened. So we'll have to get started anyway. But before we get an opportunity we got two special guests. Before we introduce our two special guests, if this is your very first time watching Brother Empowerment, this is a show that is designed to uplift our brothers and their families. This is not for those bashing shows, but we hope that we have enriching conversations that will possibly change or enrich the viewer's life or those that they're connected to. So we hope you take something away from it.
Yeah.
If not, you can just find a couple of people to dislike. I will let you know who to dislike in this show. Don't worry about it. But before we go to our guest, bro, how was your week?
This week has been really just testing my patience. I will just say that. There's a couple things that I've been trying to do, just financially and in my life, just personally. And it's just not happening at the pace that I would like. And so I think that's just the universe telling me, just look, man, chill, be patient. Things will happen in the sequence that they're supposed to. But it's nerve-wracking because I am very much a planner. I'm very meticulous about certain things. And I like things to be structured in a certain way, especially when it comes to important things in my life. So this is new for me. But other than that, bro, the week has been pretty good. Got a nice couple workouts in this week. I have been eating out way too much, but I don't regret it. I really don't. It has been amazing.
What have you been eating?
I have been eating all of the alpaca. I've been eating.
That's holy food. So you can eat that.
I've been eating Chick-fil-A. I've been eating Wild Wing Cafe. I've been eating. There was some seafood. Oh yeah.
That's basically what it is.
All chicken. And then I had some fried fish from a place called, I think, Show Enough Seafood or something like that. It's in the Northgate Mall. It's in Northgate Mall. So yeah. But anyways, I've just been eating, and I just don't regret it because it's been so good. But I know that I cannot continue this because I will be so far gone after a while, I won't come back. So, but anyways, my week has been it's been an exercise in patience, bro. It really has. What about you?
The funny thing is, you actually summed up my week, not with the eating out.
Yeah. Because
I actually started back getting on track because I got down to a 42 and I was like, forget this, and I just started going crazy. So no, I got back on track. This week I've dealt with a lot of betrayal.
You didn't make that video.
Yeah, and so it's very important to kind of remind yourself that, you know, expectations are things that we create to protect ourselves. And sometimes there are people who, you know, who violate our expectations. So that's been a struggle for me all week. I'm amazed at the audacity of people.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I've really been struggling with this week. But a highlight is my midlife crisis due. I decided to get a part. Oh, y'all see that part? That boy got a part. And it's midlife crisis due. I released my rap video. You don't see my part? You're a hater. You're a hater. You're a hater. And I released a rap video, my first official rap video. Woo-hoo. So I got bars, J Dizzle.
J Payne.
But no, that's it though. But other than that, I'm really still dealing with betrayal, recovering after betrayal, pushing through with that, and my midlife crisis part.
I wouldn't call it midlife crisis part because, as I told you before, one of the greatest MCs of all time, aka Nasir Jones, my personal favorite, has been rocking apart.
Green is my favorite.
He's been rocking apart for, I don't know, probably 20, 25 years at this point. So he
doesn't have hair that grows there, Cordell.
What?
You didn't know that?
Say what?
He just don't have hair that grows there.
I'm not even gonna believe that. He said he's been getting apart for this long. He's been getting apart. That's what I'm going with. Okay?
You should Google it.
And I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do that to myself. But yeah, it's not midlife crisis. You know, it's pretty dope.
Well, let's introduce our guest, man.
Yeah, we've been.
So who's the lovely lady at the top? Lovely lady, tell the people who you are, lovely lady.
Yep.
Hi everyone, I am ReSheya Enoch. I have a nonprofit called Fitness and Finance, where my goal is to live a healthier, wealthier life by providing different resources and tools so that you can achieve those goals.
Absolutely excellent. That's what's up.
And the young lady at the bottom.
Young lady, you're funny. My name is Noor. I'm married to this guy right here.
I'm sorry.
Our anniversary is actually tomorrow. 10 years.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. I survived.
How many years?
10.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's dope.
Okay.
Yep.
I really can't.
In a previous life, I was a middle school language arts teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Taught for about 6 years. Then decided to have babies and stay at home with them. So I got 3 babies now.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations with that.
And yeah, that's basically my life.
I don't know what just happened there, but that was amazing Houdini effect. Okay, go ahead and highlight the people. If you are viewing for the very first time, leave a comment so we'll know who you are.
Yeah.
Look,
right.
I'm behind, so I'm still tagging people, telling them we here.
All right, so we got Rick Owen. What's up, Rick, man? We got Mustafa in YouTube land. What's up, man? We got Sean Bates. What's up, Sean?
What's going on?
See, we got Susie Hunter. What's up, Grandma Susie? We got Bruce, our resident fact checker correspondent. What's up, man? We got Tamara. We got her in house. We got April.
Hey.
We got Ricky Phillips, aka the Beard. We got Sherry. And we have Muriel, we got Mama Garnett, and we got Stevie G. What's up, Stevie, bro?
What's going on? If you are viewing, we can't see you until you leave a comment. So definitely let us know. So we're going to go ahead and jump into some. Oh, Eon too. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
My soror is on. See, there you go. See, I love it when the beautiful people come in.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Chanel?
So let's go over some basic statistics first. One thing that we found out is researchers, 1 in 6 men have experienced sexual abuse or assault, whether in childhood or as adults. Top 3 causes of men's death: heart disease, cancer, and accidents. That will still get me.
Yeah.
Like, you down on accident.
Yeah.
The rape of males, a CDC study found that in the U.S., 1 in 71 men had been raped or suffered an attempt within their lifetime. The same study found that approximately 1 in 21, or 4.8% men in a survey, had been made to penetrate someone else, usually an intimate partner or an acquaintance. Men die by suicide 3 times more often than women. Men, top 5 fears: body image, money, height, other men, being inexperienced. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men have experienced some physical violence by an intimate partner. Teenage boys are 4 times more likely than girls to drop out of school and represent more than 75% of the children referred to special education in the U.S. So, Nora, what you think?
That's very surprising statistics, and I don't think it's advertised enough. People don't know about these things. They don't focus on it, and it's really shocking, some of these numbers.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the first time that I saw them, I was just like, ooh. And they don't really get any easier to receive every episode. It's like a little shock every episode. Like, oh. Man.
I think it goes back to like we had a guest on Malika, who said that she said something that was so powerful. That was like in our first season of Brother Empowerment. She said we prepared men for masculinity, but we didn't prepare them for humanity. Yeah. And it goes to that because we don't expect men to be victims, because we don't expect men to be human. And there are a lot of men who are suffering and don't even really know what to do or know how to get the help that they need, because first we have to validate the human that's in them and then validate the pain that they go through.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's true.
So you got anything, ReSheya? And Lakeisha, just so you know, that guy up there, I found out today is pronounced Ahmed.
Yeah, you didn't let that guy even introduce himself.
He's our frat brother. I'm doing it now. He's actually our frat brother. Chanel, he's our frat brother. He actually is one of the dopest MCs that I know. And I hate that he has a horrible attitude, because he really is very talented. I was actually following him before I knew who he was. But yeah, y'all need to check him out. Iconic Bond. It's theiconicbond.com. Is that the?
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all check him out. Theiconicbond.com. He is one of the dopest MCs. I kid you not. So you definitely want to check him out. You will be seeing more of him. He actually was on the show. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of last year. So definitely check that out. And then we're going to keep it going. Okay. So now Lenora is on too. That's another one of our sorors.
Hey, Lenora.
Look, Chanel said, "What's up, Frat?" And then Lakeisha on here too. Hey, Frat. See?
Hey.
See? Did you see? Blue.
No, I was gonna say, I don't know what happened to ReSheya. I think she's having technical difficulties. We hope she comes back.
It's fine. Because look, we about to get into these discussion topics. You ready, Noah?
Let's go.
First one. Men and Valentine's Day. Is it a cop-out not to celebrate? I hear a lot of men say they don't celebrate when it comes to their lady, but celebrate other holidays, or will celebrate for their daughters.
Interesting. So as far as I know, what Valentine's Day has become these days is what they call a Hallmark holiday.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people get into it more of the let me do something so I can post it and show everybody that I'm doing stuff for my significant other, rather than actually doing it for the purpose of showing their love, you know?
Right.
I think it just depends on the couple themselves, you know? If they're in that place where they can celebrate their love on any given Sunday, you know, kind of thing, then go for it. Maybe that's a conversation that they need to have, you know. For us, it just happened that our wedding anniversary is like 2 days before, so we just kind of combine them. But I honestly, if a guy says I don't really want to celebrate this, if he does other things, you know, for his partner,
Mhm.
that I think that's just, you know, whatever floats their boat kind of thing. I feel like people shouldn't judge anybody. You know, if that's their choice, if they want to celebrate it, woohoo. If you don't, you know, you do you kind of thing.
Oh, Reggie said, not a cop out. I celebrate birthdays only. The 14th is my birthday, so Valentine's Day is fake.
Oh, I know. It's so unfortunate when your birthday falls on a holiday of some sort.
You know what? I think I agree with you. For one, I think I'm oppositionally defiant anyway. I hate to do what everybody else is doing anyway, but I don't like. Well, me and my wife don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and no, we don't get the kids anything on Valentine's Day. Now we do celebrate post Valentine's Day when that can be 75% off. But we don't really celebrate that. It was several different reasons why we don't celebrate it. But I don't like, I really am, I'm a spontaneous giver. So I don't like to wait to give a gift.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I gotta wait to Valentine's Day. No, if I buy it, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna give it to you then. I don't do stuff like that. Even like, that's why birthdays are hard for me. Like, I gotta wait till your birthday to get it? No, I'm gonna just give you something when I feel like giving it to you. And then you happen to get some on your birthday too. I just think that we make public display of affection the validation for how somebody really feels, and that's not necessarily true.
And especially with social media these days, it's like if it's not on there, it didn't happen kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I will add, for kids, it depends. Like, my kids know we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We never have. But when we moved to North Carolina, it's like they don't have anything in place. So it's like my kids almost were forced to do it, or have to sit in the library. And so we're like, we're doing this just so you don't feel, they're like, okay, get candy. But I hate that stuff like that is there, where it sometimes forces you to do things you don't necessarily agree with. And so the kids may come home with stuff, but that's because we don't want them to be ostracized or feel weird in school. But as for this house, we really don't celebrate.
Yeah. That reminds me of when I was in, I think it was like 5th or 6th grade. They had this rule.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Ricky.
Stupid, Ricky.
Oh, Rick, get it together.
Ricky said it's not called post Valentine's Day, it's called side piece day.
I mean, I have heard that before.
That's true.
I'm wholesome.
Yeah, I mean, me too, but I have heard that before.
I don't know what your ears been. Your ears dirty.
What?
You said you heard it before. I ain't never even heard it.
We've all heard stuff before.
But my ears are clean. My ears are wholesome.
I don't even believe that.
It's that Chick-fil-A you've been eating.
Maybe.
Alpaca is now the new holy grail.
Yeah, maybe.
She was talking.
Excuse me.
But she was talking.
I didn't.
And Ricky cut her off, and we laughed.
You cut her off.
No, Ricky cut her off. But no, Ricky did. I was like, oh snap! I'm sorry, no, he ain't got no home training.
That's okay.
He's from Gibsonville.
Your you know, what you were saying reminded me of what happened to me as a child. We necessarily don't, you know, we don't really celebrate it in my family either. And the teacher said that if you're gonna bring a Valentine card and candy for your classmates, then you will receive. Mm-hmm. But if you don't, then you don't get anything. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was very cruel, you know, especially as a young child. And one of my classmates kind of came to my rescue and was like, that's dumb. I'm going to give you one anyway. Like it's candy, you know, and it's a card. Like, I don't care what the teacher says. But just like what you were saying, how sometimes you get put in situations where you just like forced to participate, even though you don't really, you know, celebrate these kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it's always a kid that get our old cheap candies too. So try to just throw the ratio off and be like,
yeah. What do you think, ReSheya?
Well, I've been single for forever, so I really never celebrated Valentine's Day. So I celebrate the day after when the candy goes, you know, half price. So
know
I'm kind of with Jay on it, huh?
I say, know your worth. The day after, you more valuable than that. Go ahead.
But I'm kind of with you on that. Like, it just depends on the couple. Like, I mean, if you guys want to celebrate it, celebrate it. If not, I just don't think it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
My mama took up for
Yeah,
talking about back to her conversation.
Yeah, I see that. No, I mean,
and Reggie talking about I cut you off. Shut up, Reggie.
Yeah, like my mom and dad, some years they did, some years they didn't. And then I never really cared because just because it just wasn't really a thing for me. I was just like, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's a day that, you know, you get stuff for somebody that you care about. I got stuff from my mom on occasion sometimes. And then, you know, when I was in relationships, a lot of times I just didn't, just because the other person, she didn't really care. So I haven't really celebrated too many. I celebrated my previous relationship, you know, because that was a very serious relationship and it mattered to her. But prior to that, not really. You know, it's just whatever. And I agree with all you guys that it just depends on the couple. Some couples don't care, or like Jay said, you know, they don't want to wait to show each other love and affection or anything like that. They do it whenever the mood strikes them or they feel moved to, and not because a pseudo holiday said so. You know, yeah. So,
but I think to the original point though, Orvis say that her and her husband don't celebrate it either.
Mm-hmm.
Rick said to each his own, and then Tara said,
"Hey sis,
time break. Look at this dope picture Tara made.
Lit.
Isn't it dope? It actually looks like me
and me.
What do you care about you?
Whoa, okay."
Hey,
We good over this way.
Oh yeah, but like you said, back to your point. Is it a cop out not to celebrate? I don't think so. I think it really just involves communication between the two partners or the partners involved. You know, I think if they agree on that they don't want to celebrate it or whatnot, then I don't think it's a problem. You know.
But I do think that there is, depending on the relationship, I think that it depends on the relationship. Because sometimes people who are not married do married-like things and get mad like when you're not married and the not married parent chooses their kids over them.
Okay.
So if I'm not married to you and it's something special to my kids, I may not feel like we're there yet in this relationship for me to buy you expensive things, but I'm going to get my kids gifts.
Right.
And I think that people confuse that. Or it could be a case where we act like we're okay with it. And somebody may say like, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. They're like, it's fine. I don't care nothing about it. And then when kids come along and they get something for the kids because they want the kids to feel special, parents feel some type of way. There are parents who are jealous of their kids. It happens all the time. Men and women get jealous of their kids because they're like, well, why you ain't doing stuff like that for me? But those are things we got to kind of like talk about where it may not be a cop out. A parent may not really want to do it, but kids are different. Kids sometimes stretch boundaries. They do things that kids so disrespectful. Everything you say you stand for, the kid be like, oh, I'm going to do the total opposite.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we got to kind of like look at it in that perspective as well. You know?
Yeah.
Tara said it's a problem if you anti-celebrate it. If a person goes hard on not doing it for spite, if you love someone every day, don't celebrate Don't not celebrate to prove a point.
That's a good point too, though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna celebrate it that day either because I don't want to spend all that extra money when I know it's gonna be off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on sale the next day.
Yeah. I'm sure that the prices go up on flowers and stuff the whole week, and then 2 days after or a week after they're back to whatever price they were.
What you about to say, man?
Can you put up that last comment up there real quick? No, I was going to say, I agree with that because there are some people that definitely on purpose, right? They're a great couple, you know, they love each other deeply and they do things for each other every day. But come Valentine, they're like, nah, we're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at that point, that's low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, even if it's like a card or a rose or something simple, you know, you don't have to go crazy, right? So I feel like people definitely do it to be hipsters too. Like, I just want to be different. I'm not gonna do it because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
I think I was about to say, what if it's the opposite though? I hate people who treat their people like crap, and then all of a sudden they be like, "I love my boy, I gotta mix this, and that, just for the sake of Valentine's Day." I'm like, but you're gonna be treating them like crap tomorrow.
Yeah. And I agree with that too. Same thing. It's the same situation, right? It's people that do things purely for the purpose of, I don't know, being part of society, right? Like society told us we have to celebrate Valentine's Day. People feel left out if they don't do it. So in order to be part of this whole global holiday, you know, they might, just like you said, the whole year they're nasty to their family, and then come Valentine, it's like, okay, I'm ready to, you know, to love now. And then it's like the day after Valentine's, right back to it again. So
exactly. Tara came back and said, gestures are gifts. Pick a free movie and watch it. The dollar amount is not written.
Yes, girl.
agreed.
Yeah.
Well, look, for you. No, I'm just saying because you got some people who don't understand their worth and they base it on a price tag.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
We missed some people. Stephanie said, "What's up, y'all?"
Hey.
Y'all ready to get into the next one?
I'm scared of the next one.
The importance of checking out from time to time. What y'all think?
I check out every 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. I check out on a regular basis. Mentally, you got to. And I didn't get to that point until, you know, I got a little bit older, but it was clear that there's too much stuff going on in my own brain that sometimes I just needed to check out. So I make it a habit to actually check out once a day. You know, usually it's at night. Once I get all my things taken care of for the day, kids are asleep, there's one last question I ask her every single night. Are you good? Do you need anything? If she says no, as soon as that word is spoken, consider me checked out until tomorrow morning.
Oh, if she said, if she need anything, no. I was about to say, if she say she need anything, say no. Like, I'm checked out.
Oh, no. No, it's important, man.
Got it. What do you think, bro?
I think that checking out is definitely necessary from time to time, just because I look at it like a reset. It's literally just like a reset. And I mean, and now I don't mean checking out and neglecting responsibilities. Don't even get me wrong. So before anybody try to take it there, I don't mean that. I mean, literally checking out and just really going to a place where, you know, you're in a place of Zen and you're just, you know, you're by yourself and you just literally mentally and emotionally, physically reset your whole equilibrium. Like, that's very important. I live at home alone and I check out from time to time, you know, and I go home to silence unless I have music or whatever on. So, I mean, sometimes it's little like, man,
I'm hating this.
Yeah, this is, I don't really know if this is what it's about right here. But there's a lot of times that I enjoy it just because, you know, it's nice to just be able to sit, do nothing, think about nothing, and just nothing. You're just sitting there just for me, you know. So I think, to answer the topic again, I think it's very important. I think that it's almost mandatory because with anything in life, there has to be a reset. Nature resets. That technology needs to reset from time to time. Humans are no different. We are complex living machines in a lot of ways.
Just to go back just a little bit, Tara said, make that same tired spaghetti, but put it on a good plate. Talking about it's just good things that you could do. Brenda said we got to be careful of what society is demanding from us. We should show love on a daily basis.
Agreed.
Lenora said some people have succumbed to being bullied by society. That's what I gather from what Ahmed said. I just reworded it.
Correct.
And Tara said, yes, check out intentionally. Disappearing is different. Folks will do a wellness check at your door.
Some people will.
At the end of the night, I check out and watch a little TV, enjoy a nice bourbon. It's my time to not think about anything.
Yep.
The sound of you actually, y'all will be great friends because y'all petty level is about the same. The sound of silence is real. How do you all check out? I'm having a hard time checking out right now.
Get off of Facebook.
Yeah, but
Hold on. Well, after Brother Empowerment.
Oh yeah. Don't log off right now.
I think checking out is part of self-care. It's much needed, allowing for moments of clarity and recovery. And Stephanie coming in with the because she's a licensed therapist. If you give all day, you better check out and check in with yourself before you end up on E. You come on, you better use that play on words.
Yep.
Well, I will say this too. Checkout does depend on who you are and what your level of interest is. Like for me, one thing that annoys me, like Love is a Parable is my purpose. That is my checkout. Now the business side of Love is a Parable, that's what I want to check out from. But as far as creating content, doing different things like that, those are the things that doing purpose is checking out for me, because we give of ourselves to so many things that are not purpose aligned. When you finally do your purpose, like that's what irritates me. People like, get off that computer. No, leave me alone. This is my retreat.
Yeah.
Like not being on the computer for me, not creating something, not writing something, not designing something for me. It's like I get on edge. I feel like I got to create something every day, no matter how stressful my day has been. I need to come to my computer and create something. But people who don't understand purpose, they think, oh, just go relax on the beach. Relaxing on the beach is not relaxing for me. But let me create something real quick. Let me write a poem. Let me write a book. Let me do an article. Let me design something. That is how I check out. And so it depends on what type of person you are. And I'm saying this because creatives, we suffer the most because those who are not creative want us to do the most simple type of things like robots all day long, and we can't do it. So if you are a creative, maybe it is you writing a song, you singing a song, you rapping, you going to the theater, helping out with some plays, doing something as a creative outlet, and that's how you check out, and that's how you recharge and refuel. So I just wanted to make that clarification.
Let me add something to that too, Jay, because before COVID, I had such a good balance in my life. Like it felt like I had a balance, and it was because I was able to go and perform and go, be around the music. That became my checking out. And then after COVID hit, it was like I can't really check out. Like I was having a hard time, and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, I'm taking a break from work. I'm taking a break from the kids. I'm doing all that, but something is missing. And it wasn't until like 2 or 3 months later I realized it was because I wasn't able to go out and be around the music like I was before. So I definitely, I'm with you as far as like using art or, being creative to check out. I agree. But I feel like you also need time to just completely check out. You know what I'm saying? Like your brain is going to need a rest at some point.
Yeah, if I do that, I'll probably end up in the hospital.
Okay, so don't do that.
I'm like serious. Like, I don't mind. Like, just I go crazy. I'm like, what the world? Like, seriously, like I can't do that. I can't. I be up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and be like, what I gotta do? Creating something. But the funny thing is, I have more energy sleeping intermittently, like 4 or 5 hours, than if I took a whole day and slept like 8 hours. It's like I have to take a nap for that nap to go back to sleep because I'm tired. I don't know what that is. But I have more energy when I get that 4 to 5. And if I don't create something every day, man, I feel I create something. If I don't create something every day, I feel depleted. I just feel unaccomplished. And I feel like kind of sluggish, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I don't ever sleep.
I know. See green light, but I don't mess with you. But Tara said, take some woosah moments daily. Now, when she had the art studio open pre-COVID, I used to go to the art studio at least once or twice a week and play in the sand or play with the chakra drum or something like that. But that was me creating something too. So I just realized that.
Jay, where was that at?
It right there off of Rock Quarry Road. Don't worry, post-COVID, we'll be there. That's Love is a Parable, unofficial, official, unofficial, official headquarters.
Okay.
Official.
Adrian said, you kicked off. She said, bye.
What she asked? She said, I'm trying to check out right now. I can't.
He said, get off Facebook. She's like, bye. Keisha said yes. I don't know if she said yes to. Oh, Chanel says she dances around her living room.
Yeah.
I believe it. Mm-hmm. And Lenore said, I'd rather take time to check out versus checking out of mental ward because I didn't check out. Y'all feel me? Mm-hmm. Stephanie said, Jay, checking out can be recharging by doing something that feeds your soul. It's replenishing. Agreed. Yep. Mustafa said, amen. I don't know who said
Mustafa is her brother.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
I just want to say, I just feel like you can't just say Mustafa. Like I just feel like you gotta just say Mustafa. You gotta just say it.
You do.
Like you don't need no last name. It's just Mustafa. See, you gotta say it. Yeah. The art of checking out. Yes. Know a person checkout language. And she said the struggle to find my checkout. Got it. And then Tara said checkouts can be minor moments. Folks guilt themselves because they don't have a lot of time to pull away. Sit outside, water a plant, light a candle, read a book, 1 chapter or whatever. And I agree with that. I think that a lot of people are so used to not pleasuring themselves that they don't know what brings them fulfillment. Yeah. So because they've denied themselves for so much, and they like, it's always funny when people say like they like feeding the homeless, for instance. Everybody don't like serving people all day long. It's a wonderful thing. Yes, I believe people need to eat and all that, but everybody is not designed for a soup kitchen. People don't like always serving in that capacity. And we have been conditioned to think that it's selfish to serve yourself or cater to yourself. And it's not. That's self-maintenance. Sometimes you got to sit there, get you a pumice stone and scrub your own feet. You out there scrubbing everybody else, scrub your own feet. That's a beautiful thing. Your heels and your sheets will thank you.
I actually struggled a lot with the whole concept of checking out. Especially after becoming a mom, you know, that mom guilt kicks in and it's like, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that and I have to make sure this is taken care of. And you're constantly going. And he's like, slow down, relax, chill. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, but that's not. And he goes back, chill, relax, check out. It took a long time to be able to release from that mom guilt, especially for me, and be able to check out.
I'm glad you said that because we had a conversation about that, which is a little different, is that the current society, and I know people are going to argue with this, but maybe they won't because I love y'all, but the current society has it where women can really take off layers, if you will. You can lay down like, I'm not a mom today, I'm not a sister today, I'm not a wife today. But men, especially husbands, don't have the luxury of taking off that protector type role. It's like, even when they relax and they like, what's that? Or, you know what I mean? It's like, you got to make sure everybody is straight for you to relax. And we haven't created a culture where it's okay for men to take off that mantle to completely check out. It's almost like we're always sleeping with one eye open type thing.
Brain won't turn off.
No, but I agree, because I can't at night. I can't check out until I know everything has been taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's down to simple things. It's like people, even society, like when you think about it, if you was a stay-at-home dad, they'd be like, no, you got to get you a better man. He ain't no good man. She could be killing it. Like, she could be making, you know what I'm saying? Forget 6 figures. She could make 7 figures. And they still going to say, that's not a good man, even though y'all agreed. But let it flip. You can be making 5 figures and Noah is a stay-at-home mom. They're going to be like, you got a good man. Stay with him. She could be on the struggle bus, but it don't matter because of that. And so even when you as a couple, people don't understand that societal pressures are real. Even when you as a couple have agreed to something, sometimes the societal pressures can be so strong, it still brings tension into a relationship.
Yep.
Double standards.
Mm-hmm.
She said women can, I don't know what that means.
I think she was talking about
The taking off the layers thing.
It's important to be, well, if you think about it, like even how mental health is set up. There are mental health facilities that are set up for women with all levels of trauma. They're not the same thing for men. There's no brother care like there's a sister care. Mm-hmm. If a man is a victim of domestic violence, where can he go to retreat for his safety? If there's a wife that is trying to take his life, where can he go for safety? You see what I mean?
I've never even heard of a place like that for men.
Yeah.
They're not a men only.
Happen.
You said what now?
They don't expect it to happen. They don't think that it will happen, even though it does.
There's not a sexual trauma unit for just men like there are for women. The list goes on and on. And in some states, the only places where they offer certain levels of care are either one being admitted into a hospital or an institution or in the correctional facilities. Those are the only two options that one has. And sometimes that's not fair. Whereas in other places, there is a plethora of opportunities for women to get that balance. And so society has created it. I'm not saying it's at the fault of a woman. I'm saying that it's just certain ways that men can't take off a certain layer because there's nowhere for them to take it off. Elijah said, it is important to be aware when someone near you is checked out. Be mindful to give them their necessary time.
Yeah.
Now that's facts.
Yeah.
Mustafa. Most people say they don't have time, but everybody is in control of their time. Make time, balance, and prioritize. Mustafa has spoken, and I'm in total agreement. Superman here, he had an interview today at 8:00.
Okay.
So he came in. Superman, he said, peace family, that's right, self-care. Sora said, people will try to make you feel guilty when you take time for you.
Yeah, sure.
Mom guilt is the worst. That's why my children know when I'm doing it. I'm going to listen to this audiobook. Yes, you can sit with me, but shush. Mom need a moment.
And I will say that because my mom did the same thing. Sometimes when growing up, my mom would do the same thing. Just, hey, look, I'm watching this. You can come in here, but you need to be quiet. If you don't, I'm sending you up out of here to go do whatever you're going to do somewhere else. And I was just, me and my sister and I, or just me, would be like, okay. So yeah, I definitely have experiences with that too.
They said, I don't know about that, Jay. I feel my husband is the best father, but my kids will sit right beside him all day on his day off and wait for me to clock out to ask me for dinner. I mean that. That happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll happen. It's funny because that'll happen with me and her sitting right next to each other.
Oh my god.
And the kids will consistently go to her for stuff and just leave me alone.
Won't even be next to each other. They'll be standing next to him across the house and come walk all the way to where I am to ask me for something. And I was like, you were just, he's right there, bro. Like, leave me alone for 5 seconds.
But it's funny because my kids are similar, but they go to me and my wife for different things. You see what I'm saying? Like,
they're young, so all they need is like sustainability right now, right? Like food and water and stuff. So
Help
they don't
me
ask
with
me.
this and, yeah.
well, see, y'all have 3. See, we have 2. So my wife had 1 and I had 1.
Yeah, see, we're outnumbered now.
Yeah, so it was like 1 was always stuck with me and 1 was always stuck with her.
Yeah.
So we was even, and so it's weird now because they're kind of switching. Because my oldest was a daddy's girl, but now she's turning into a mama's pearl. But then my youngest was a mama's pearl, and now she's turning into a daddy's girl. Like she'll wait and sit there and just hug on me, and I'm like, where this come from? or they'll go upstairs. They'll leave my wife to come down here to ask me something that's upstairs with my wife. I'm like, why didn't you ask your mama?
Knowing you'll give them the answer they're looking for.
No, I say, what your mama say?
Refer back to mom.
Yeah, me and my wife was working on that because my wife would find herself doing that. Say, go ask your daddy. No, they with you. Ask the mama. Not the mama.
Yeah.
Like, right. Go ask your mama. And so we'll be sitting in the store, and my wife would pick out a whole outfit and be like, go ask your daddy, can you get it? No, you pick that outfit out for them. You ask the mama, can you get it?
Yep.
Somebody, yes, they will. I hide in my husband's office. There's definitely a force field around that thing.
That's such a true statement. That is such a true statement.
While he working.
Because my office, they cannot, like the door will be open, they still won't come up unless we give them permission to.
Oh, he got a studio too.
In home studio? Oh, that's, man.
He's gonna let his inner rapper out.
Let's go. Come on over.
Oh, Ricky want to do it too. We about to do a whole album.
Let's go.
Brother Empowerment got bars. Oh wow, a whole hour went by that fast?
Yeah, man.
Great day. Let's do another one. One more.
Ooh.
What are the biggest issues that are keeping Black men from healing? Oh, before you answer this, I got a question. You're Egyptian, right?
Yeah.
So do you consider yourself Black, African?
What I consider myself
African American. No, I need to know this for you because I'm big on making sure I'm correct. Because I was like, he's not African American. This is what I had called you for. I was gonna have a whole conversation about it.
Oh, why did you never call back?
Because I was in meetings. But I was like, you're not African American. You are African.
I am African.
But according to the thing, you consider white now because you're from the northern horn of Africa.
Yeah, because apparently Northern Africa is white, and everything under those three or four countries in the north are then considered Black. And really, they're basing it purely off of color of skin. So in North Africa, there's a mix between, it's kind of like America, right? Like there's dark people and there's light-skinned people. In Egypt, I have cousins that are darker than you, Jay. Like,
oh, I know I was dark. I'm dark. Oh.
First cousins. No, I'm just saying, like,
and well,
my skin and their skin is a huge, but they still my family. So I consider myself African.
Okay. But not African American.
What's African American?
Hey, listen, I just want to know.
I'm just what define that statement.
What's on that census?
No, define it for you. What is considered African American?
I really don't like African American, to be honest, because it's confusing.
Yeah. So what do you?
I don't think it's.
It depends on what day it is. And it depends on who's saying it, because no, this is serious. Like, I realized that I didn't like when white people called me Black. It just felt weird to me.
Yeah.
So I give them a pass. They could say African American or person of color.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking to someone of the same ethnicity or a similar ethnicity, I don't mind being called black.
Yeah.
African American, I tolerate, but I don't like the whole idea of a country in a continent type thing. It just confuses me too much. And I actually overall could deal with a person of color or black for the most part.
Yeah. I think it all has to go back in, history of slaves coming over to America and how they're trying to essentially separate and put people in categories how they see fit. And that's how I think African American came about.
Well, because race is a construct. Ethnicity is what really matters.
Yeah.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't know the difference between ethnicity and race, and that's why they put them together. And I'm like, there's no land of, well, it technically is a land of black, but for the sake of the argument, there's no land of white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like African American either. It's like, I'm American. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to say that I'm Black American, whatever, but I'm American. And African American is the only kind of hyphenated one there is. Everyone else is just American. Like, yeah, I'm American. For us, it's
a little tangent back to what we get labeled as.
Mm-hmm.
He's Egyptian. I have a Syrian Lebanese background, but on censuses we're always checking off white.
Right.
And to quote, ReSheya Tlaib, do I look white to you? Why am I checking off white? I'm not white. I'm not Caucasian. I don't come from European descendant. And that whole census, I feel like needs to get reconstructed, especially with how we see ourselves, what we would want to be labeled as.
Yeah.
If we want to label.
I mean, there's a reason they group us into white.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
Reasons.
It's always
money, and it also whitewashes history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The same way they tried to whitewash Egypt with that movie that came out with not one Egyptian in it.
Listen, we're talking semantics here. Look at you conspiracy theorists, you.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's real.
I know. I'm just saying that's how. Well, because we have become so race sensitive that we don't have conversations about ethnicity because we want to lump them all the same, and we don't realize certain things that are happening. When you whitewash history, you're now also whitewashing identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you take the three dominant faiths and say that they're all white, what do you do for the people of those regions?
Mm-hmm.
When you take places that are considered the Mecca, no offense, the Mecca of civilization, intelligence, and so forth, what did that do to history and our identity?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why you have a whole generation of people who think Black history started on slave ships.
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks that?
No, look at Black History. Black History Month. It's going to be the post-Atlantic slave trade, civil rights movement, Barack Obama.
Yep.
They focus.
We had a nightmare. We had a dream. He was a dream. We good.
Yeah.
That's true. They do focus on American Black history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't go beyond that. And most of them, like you said, they don't believe that Black people, existed before slavery.
I like Mustafa. I'm nervous now. Sounds about white. You got a new best friend.
Come on, Ricky, let's hang, bro.
They say the census is used to allocate funds depending on the growth of a population in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's divine. It also has the your ethnicities on there. Your race classifications on there, and that determines things too.
Yeah.
And the reason they don't want to group us in with, the reason I'm from Africa. So if anything, if you're gonna group me in with anybody on that list, should be Black or African American, because that's the only thing that you have that dictates some kind of African heritage. The reason they don't want to do that with people from North Africa is because those immigrants usually come to America and they got money and they know they go live in places that are, you know, that might need a little bit more, you know, that might want monies or I mean like suburbs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So instead of them grouping us with African Americans, which would then give more funds to and more, you know, to that, no, they group you in with the white so they could say, oh, this neighborhood is majority white.
Yeah.
Or this town is majority white when it's clearly not. Like Cary can no way be majority white. Cary is majority like Asian. You know what I'm saying? Mooresville, same thing.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, according to the census, it'll say majority white.
Yeah.
Well, because Asia is considered white according to the census.
Sure is.
India. Well, India is.
Everything is except that.
Well, and that's the funny thing because you got some Indians that's they give a black people a run for the money. You be like, hold on, what you?
Yeah.
What you about to say, though, bro?
No, I was gonna say we didn't even answer the question.
What was the question?
Oh, what is the biggest issue that I keep black men? We don't know we black.
Is it identity?
Oh, shoot. That was the whole reason. Yeah, that was the whole thing. Yep. So
we can't heal each other because, like, think about it. Somebody who is legitimately from Egypt, we will disregard him because of false labeling. And imagine what he could do for the black community if he was like, no, I've been here. This is the culture. This is this. This is that.
I'm gonna
we don't even have,
I said, I'm going to do that anyway, regardless what they label me.
No, I'm saying, but like, it's twofold. People won't receive if they don't know who you are, and also the mislabeling, because there is now a new generation who think that people from certain areas, like, it's so stupid. We live in a society now where you would label Amon as white, but Charlize Theron will be considered black.
Yeah.
Because she's South African.
Yeah.
It's like, that's stupid to me. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Her nationality, that's where she was born in South Africa.
So she puts black on the census?
No, I'm saying according to, she would be considered black because she's from South Africa.
And that goes back to ethnicity versus race too, right? Like they labeling people based off of the color of their skin. Stop labeling people based off of the color of their skin. Start labeling people. If you really need to label somebody, label them based off of their ethnicity, not the color of their skin.
Right. I'm a Georgia American. I'm from Georgia. I'm American.
Sips lemonade.
I'm the great from the great United States of Texas.
See?
I'm from the great United everywhere.
Henderson.
I'm a human.
Oh, let me see. We got. Hey, you said Mustafa, you ain't been to Apex yet. And there's a lot of people who flat out don't fill it out, and that says another thing. We're talking about. That's a whole nother thing. Mooresville is the highest concentration of Indians in the U.S., and you write about Cary.
I did not know that. Thanks, Ricky. I did not know that.
And Elijah said identity. That's why. That's my brother. I'm going to go for resources. What real resources are out there for Black men to heal? A place to feel comfortable to heal, both physically and mentally. I just add to that, like, it is proven that people who have people that look like them tend to do better scholastically, and from a physical standpoint, and from a healing standpoint, and from a financial standpoint. So a lot of people, considering the history of the medical profession and Black people, especially in America, they are skeptical about getting treatment from people who don't look like them.
I just saw one of my good friends, her mom is on my Facebook, and she was talking about the whole skepticism about getting the COVID vaccine and the history behind Black people with, there's still this it's embedded in their mentality of being skeptical about people in the medical profession because there was so much history about them getting tested on and where did we find out about human anatomy? Oh, they used to take slaves and cut them open basically, or infertility with women. They used to cut open women and figure out what's going on in there. So it's still very much within the Black culture of not trusting the medical profession because of all the history that happened with our own people.
Yeah, I definitely think I echo all of that, because my first thought was, like Jay said earlier, there's not a lot of resources for Black men, just period. So first they have to find the resources, if they're even willing to look for them and being committed to them. They have to find the resources, or they have to create. They have to either find them or create them, or create them, find them by creating them. Whatever, however you want to look at it. And so, and definitely the other thing is, like he said too, just going to other people or I guess I'll say outsiders for lack of a better term. It's hard. You want to be around your own, just because, especially being a Black person, no one else understands quite the struggle and the kind of pressure that we go through on a daily basis, especially in this country. So yeah, all those things.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy said pride, accountability, support are the biggest issues that keep us from healing.
Mm-hmm.
With you, shake it off. Be a man.
Yeah, and I would say pride is something that was given. It's not something necessarily that we've wanted. Mm-hmm. It was, you had to be prideful because you are a man, and that goes along with masculinity. Yeah. A man is not blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. A man is not blah blah blah. And so a lot of men are hurting, but they have to be prideful because that's the expectation of society. And so when we talk about this is not just coming from men. You do have women out there who say, I want a real man. Or you ain't no real man because you sitting there, blah, 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 blah. So the list goes on and on with that. And there is a lack of support, and definitely a lack of support for Black men with certain services in healthcare that we just don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Black men are killed.
It's still a taboo issue. It's
right.
You just sweep it under the rug. Don't talk about it. We're not going to even discuss it. It doesn't exist. Just push through. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of the other things that we're going to talk about when it comes to that, that's why we want to make sure you guys know you got a place that you can come and kind of talk things through. Mm-hmm. That's the whole purpose of having this, is so that it is literally a no judgment zone. Trust me, people tell us a lot of stuff. And we like, wow, that's interesting. That's the first time I heard that. But we want you to feel that you can get that out and know that you won't be judged or categorized because of that. And we will try our best to find or connect you to services that you need. So brothers, you're not alone. Mm-hmm. You don't have to wear the shroud of masculinity when you're hurting. Just be a man and be a person that is going through something, and just know that you have someone like us, an outlet like that. I mean, you can even submit things anonymously. However you need help, we're here to help and serve. I'm going to get off that soapbox because we're about to go into Positive Brother Shout Out.
Mm-hmm.
And Lady Nora, we got to explain it to you. Positive Brother Shout Out. Do you know Nora means light?
Did not know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, because Lenora, her name means the light.
Mm.
See? And love is light. See? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Instruction is light too. The law is light. The word is light. So Nora, would you shine some light on some positive brothers or brothers that you know that you are connected to? You can't do Mustafa because I'm going to do him. I'm joking. But positive brothers that are making, that are doing great things in your community or that you're connected to as a whole.
I mean, this guy right here.
Mustafa, you said?
No.
That's my man's.
Yeah, sweet. I mean, without trying to.
Don't talk about somebody else.
I don't know. I mean, who do I know? Who do I talk to?
You got your brothers, your cousins, your father.
She like just you. She like just him. If that's all you got, Noah, don't let him.
It is mostly my family, the men in my family. I'm the only girl. I have 3 brothers, my dad, my husband. they are all very important people in my life. I've always had that a little bit of a slight, more insight into what a man's world is because I was always surrounded by men. So knowing the things that they have to deal with, struggle with on a daily basis, I'm very proud and give them mad props for, surviving, and not just surviving, but excelling in whatever that they can excel in, be it their career, be it their relationships, be it their anything, whatever they are pursuing.
So basically, Nora's family, her husband, her brothers, and her dad. Thank y'all guys for doing a great job.
That would be amazing.
She don't need to look no further. She got it all connected to her.
She don't know any other guys.
Like, look, we're totally insulted. I'm gonna tell Mark. Mark that too. I'll be like, Nora says she knows no other guys. It's
I met all of you guys post-COVID. There's only so
give
much.
A positive.
We don't want her hand-me-down shout out. We good over this way.
Y'all are a given because obviously you're the host of this very incredible show.
It's only more painful when you try to clean it up.
Oh man.
Who you got, man?
Oh man. Let's see. Alex Flowers. Amazing brother. I had the opportunity to talk to him last week, like in depth, talking about brain stemology. Did I say that right? Is brain
you said it right?
Such an amazing effort. Amazing brother. Keep on going, bro. Eternal, the MC, had the pleasure of working with him just for a little bit, but I've been watching that brother over time.
Yeah.
The community, he's doing great work. He's bringing awareness to a lot of great things. Rise Rashid, another hip hop brother that I appreciate and look up to, somewhat of a role model for me as far as hip hop is concerned. He's been doing it a long time, very respectful. Keep on doing your thing, bro. And then lastly, of course, you two brothers, amazing. Keep on. Love is a parable. Keep on doing it. It's nice. I want to be on the show for a third time, but maybe this, maybe Jay, lay off the shade and the hate. It's coming from,
Not like
Can you at least do me one? Can you do me one favor though before we end?
What?
Let me see the light-skinned eye squint.
I don't know what the people talk about. I'm just fat and got little eyes. I just don't know what they talk about. It's no squint. It's just cellulite and small eyes.
I had to throw it in there, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you, and I love you, brothers, man. Appreciate you.
We love you back,
man, for real.
But are you considered light skinned?
I don't.
I just want to.
Yes.
I'll be my say my
I have no idea. I mean, what do you? Who says what's light skin and what's not?
I'm just saying. Look at this one. And you talking about petty. This dude here is petty.
He knows. See, he knows. Somebody knows something. He's seen it.
No, it's funny because I called Ricky and we had a whole conversation about the squint one day.
Oh, so don't tell me you don't know what it is.
No, I don't know when I'm doing it, is the point.
Oh, I saw you do it right before we started.
See? He said
I just want to know. I just want to know what's the difference between the light skin squint and the dark skin squint. Like, why is it called the light skin squint?
Because allegedly dark skinned people don't squint. Light skinned people squint. Because light skinned people trying to be pretty all the time.
I think
trying to create wrinkles.
Squinting does not make you look pretty.
And I think also the whole squint thing came from R&B covers from back in like the 80s and
but
stuff.
most of that was dark skinned though. That's the funny
I'm
thing.
saying, but there was a time where people referenced R&B covers, and you had artists on there. A lot of them guys who were squinting, and some of them were, just fair skinned or whatever. So they started labeling it.
I think people just want to say I got a squint because they don't know how to compliment me on how attractive I am. I think that's just what it is. Instead of saying Jay, you attractive, they're like, look at that squint. Just tell me I look nice, and I'll be like, thank you.
That's a good positive. That's a good, cup half full.
No, I'm gorgeous, bro. It just happens that way.
Yeah.
I think it came from years ago, back when DeBarge, he's not even black, was the thing.
I'm saying that's what, but that's the time I was talking about. I have no idea. Don't know.
Okay. But can you get your positive brother shout out?
Okay.
You're such a distractor.
Me? Oh, okay. All right. So first and foremost, I'm gonna shout out my brother Jay. We shout him out because man, we've been doing this thing. It'll be 3 years in November. We're doing Brother Empowerment. And we just have been on this ride, and it's been so dope. And things have been changing so rapidly. Even us, physically, aesthetically, we've been changing. So it's been dope, man. So I just want to shout out my brother too, man, just because it's a new episode literally every week. And that's not figurative and literally. It's a new episode every week. We don't know what's going to happen, what we're going to do, what we're going to say. It's really just something new every week. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's really been a blessing.
No, I was wanting you to do the speech. What I've been saying for a while now.
No, so I'm gonna shout out to our brothers that are on the live. We got a new brother Mustafa, that's with us now. So that's dope. Bruce, all you guys, all you guys, I definitely want to shout you guys out because y'all are positive brothers. We definitely love you guys. And my last two things are I want to give a shout out to the brothers in the community that are really just like out here really stepping. And they're not looking for any kind of like kudos, not looking for a camera to put their face in so they can pose and squint or anything like that. They just, what I mean? They're just out here really just want to be the change that they want to see, So that I want to shout out those brothers too, because those are positive brothers and they don't get a lot of shine because they're not looking for it. And a lot of times they don't even want it. So, and I also want to give a shout out to the brothers who are having those tough conversations with people for whatever reason, whether they're releasing people or they're just getting through, things that giving back weight that they've been carrying. Like having those conversations can literally be, a matter of, keeping their sanity or not for a lot of brothers. And I applaud them for having those conversations because speaking from experience, those things can really break you down. But it's worth it to have those conversations, get through it, and continue to keep growing. It's very much worth it. So that's my positive shout.
Good job.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Definitely got to give my homeboy a shout out, man. Bro, thank you for everything that you do. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the things that are about to be lined up for Love is a Parable and also Brother Empowerment, man. We booked almost to April now. Booked almost to April. Things keep happening. A lot of positive things. The only thing that I can say is just choose purpose. Before I get into my positive brother shout outs, Ahmed and Noor, I want to thank you guys for being on here because you guys really have become very special to me on several different reasons. Like I said, Ahmed, I didn't know you were local. I do like you as an artist, and then I like you as my brother sometimes now.
That's part of brother love, though, right?
Kind of.
That's part of
and then, or, I just think that you are a dope person all the way around. I like how you handle things. I like how you funny. I like how you call people out on their stuff. And I was like, that's pretty dope. But I also wanted to make sure that people know that it's the things that we have in common that connect us. Right now, people are so focused on things that separate us. And I don't look at it as, I got a Muslim brother and sister. It just so happened my brother and sister are Muslim. And I appreciate you guys for what y'all are doing. We're definitely going to be supporting you guys and come over there and worship. I do have some questions too, because you ain't saying I got a whole bunch of questions you ain't never answered. I asked you, Noah, but I thank you guys for being a positive example all the way around, but being 100% thorough for who you are. And I know that this helped a lot of people, even more who are not speaking, just because of the light that you guys are, and I appreciate that. But continue with that, Ahmed. I thank you for coming into my life. I love the fact that we've been working together now on multiple platforms. He even had me in the streets of Durham.
Hold on, that wasn't me.
2 Below Zero.
That's what's up.
With the Durham bowl.
Man, Durham, that's where it's at.
Rats this week running across. And he told me, don't worry about it, it's cold.
When he came home
Jay
and told
bounced.
me that, I was like, what?
Jay was so scared of them little
Yeah.
tiny.
I'm from Augusta. The most we got is water bugs. But it was amazing to me. But we shot it though. He's on the Interfaith, Holly Springs Interfaith Alliance with us, and we've actually collaborated together on the Cultural Arts Society. Okay. He performed there, and then he performed with the MLK one in Holly Springs. So it's a lot of big things that are happening, and there are a lot of great things. And I'm just grateful for the things that's going to keep happening. Man, I tell you this, like I told you before. My family is your family. Whatever you need, you got us. You got our support. Sure. Nor you thought about you got brothers. Well, you got a whole bunch more brothers. Yeah. Because you got Ricky, who's connected to Love is a Parable as well. He's one of our influencers. He does voter education. You got Kerwin, who's actually on our advisory committee. He's the one who helped us with civic and social action. You have Ian, who actually helps us with youth advocacy. You have Ed, who helps us with connections and things like that. So it's a lot of us, man, who are out here doing great things, and we're coming together. Elijah, thank you for tuning in. Rick, Bruce, Leroy, the list goes on and on. Thank you, brothers. And like we tell everybody, if you feel that nobody in this world loves you, and you feel that you don't have anybody that you can turn to, you just met 4 people that truly care about you and that are truly here with you. Make sure you tune in. If you have any more questions about Love is a Parable, go on and make your way over to loveisaparable.com. Follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube. Yep. And make sure you come back next week. We're going to have the ladies of Love and Flow TV on here. Man, we like, this is the year of special guests, because we just out here. People just want to connect with us. We booked. And y'all are special. Yeah. Really special. Yeah. Some more special than others. We good over this way, Frank. We see y'all next week, guys. Love y'all. No matter what they say, we good over this way. This is positivity in the making of brothers to break through without breaking.